Meghan's new deal with Lemonada Media suffers £16 million loss as podcast Archetypes fails to hit the top 200. Meghan Markle's failed podcast Archetypes is still a colossal failure. Lemonada Media probably now realises that signing the former actress to their service was a terrible idea. Why? Well, because their mindset was we want to give more people access to Archetypes. What they fail to remember is that you don't need to sign up for a Spotify account to listen to it. According to The Express, Meghan Markle's new podcast deal with Lemonada Media could see her make a significant financial loss, as the smaller independent company has less revenue than audio giant Spotify. When Prince Harry and Meghan first moved to the United States to set themselves up independently from the royal family, they signed a number of entertainment deals, including one with Spotify to produce their own podcast series. However, Archetypes was pulled after just one series of 12 episodes, even though the Duchess of Sussex interviewed some impressive celebrity guests such as Serena Williams and Mariah Carey. This year it was announced that Meghan had a new partnership with Lemonada Media to create new content, and the company will also distribute the original series of Archetypes. While the contract with Spotify was worth around £18 million, this new deal may have significantly less financial value. Branding expert Andrew Block, close to an insider, told Fabulous the Lemonada deal is believed to be worth much less than the former Spotify deal. While the couple were paid around £18 million by Spotify, Lemonada's total revenue across all of its podcasts was around $8 million last year. It's not known exactly how much the Lemonada deal is worth, but Mr. Block estimated Meghan's new deal could be worth roughly 10% of Spotify's deal, so around $1.9 million. If you use Apple Podcasts frequently and Meghan Markle's Archetypes doesn't even appear in the top 200 podcasts, we've looked a few times since it dropped on the platform. If you're really looking for it, you have to type it in. We've also looked at Amazon Music and we had to type it in there too. Not to mention, while searching Audible, which is owned by Amazon, there were all 5-star reviews from the Sussex squad. It was lucky to get an overall 3-star rating out of 10. When we dug a little deeper, we found out 4K reviews. There's about 100-something 10-star reviews. The top 2 episodes were the second and third ones, the ones with Mariah Carey and Mindy Kaling, respectively, which both had ratings of 4.4 out of 10 on both episodes. Moreover, the people have spoken. Meghan is not a good audio talent. She talks about herself too much and barely allows the subject to speak. Meghan Markle's Archetypes, the podcast, was not the successful venture she and a crowd want us to believe it is. The People's Choice Award had a voting system where you can submit multiple entries per day. Spotify manipulated the stats to make it appear more successful than it was. If it had done well on the charts, it would have ranked in the top 100 or 200. The Sussex spokeswoman was preoccupied with claiming it was the #1 podcast on Spotify. No, it wasn't. Joe Rogan was on top then, and he still is. People were intrigued because Meghan Markle's Archetypes were novel. They listened to the first episode and their listening duration fell significantly with time. Spotify was only seeking to increase listening because they'd spent millions on advertising in New York, where it was omnipresent.